guys, it's Joshua here and I am back finally with some battles, so I'm getting back into it. It has been a crazy month for me with actual just work just outside of Pokemon and YouTube, and it's been stressful, so I'm hoping I can get back into the swing of things for you guys. So I'm getting back in with the theme team, which I'm guessing most of you who watch me would know that is actually the same theme team as a Pimp Night one, which is not a copy. Actually, I came up with the idea just as he did while playing through the game, and actually even set it on somebody's Discord, yeah. But if you want to battle me too, my Discord is below. But I actually have both these battles on Pimp Night chat, oddly enough, because no one on Discord, on any channel, wanted to battle. So anyway, I have my shiny Wormhole team, so I'm going to lead off with my Bomber Snow. These were the first 6 I caught. There may be one that may have been the 7th, because I caught 2, like, one after another, and I couldn't remember. Anyway, so my Bomber Snow is going to be met with a fate worse than anything. So I am a leftovers max HP, max special attack of Bomber Snow, so that didn't go very well for a start there. So Nigel's already got the upper hand, so I thought, okay, let's take this chance. So I've got my Drapion. Now this is actually a max special attack, max speed Drapion with Snarl, or am I max special defense? Sorry, no, I'm max special defense, max HP, I believe. Anyway, I am Snarl, Toxic, Venoshock, and something else, which it's completely blanked my mind at the moment. But anyway, here is where I didn't think about it. So I decided this turn not to go for Snarl because it didn't do too much, and that Infestation, that's right, I wanted to trap him in. And I have Black Sludge for recovery. So I thought, good, okay, I've trapped in the Melodic, now I can, you know, make a smart choice here and lower its special attack with a Snarl. But why would you bring in Melodic if it wasn't competitive? So I was like, as I clicked it, I went, no! Like, I didn't think that through. Got a crit, but didn't think that through. I should have gone for a Toxic, followed by a lovely Venoshock or something, because I outspeed it, but no, I decided to do the dumb thing. So unfortunately, I'm going to get hit decently there, and I get burned, so I am definitely going down, and this hail, which I set up obviously with my Bomber Snow, is now not helping anybody on my team. So, well, it's only really Drapion at the moment, but still, with the burn and the hail, I've definitely put myself in the range where I'm going down to another Scald. So I thought, okay, well, I don't know if this thing's going to have Recover or what it's going to have, but I'm going to go for a Toxic because I can't take it out from the range it's at. A Snarl's not going to do enough, and it's going to give it another +1 in special attack, which I don't want. And so I thought I'll go for that, and yay! I was like, okay, so it did have Recover, and I got the Toxic off, so I'm glad I didn't reveal that too early. At least the hail stopped now, so I'm going to sit on 57 HP because I'm going to recover, and then I'm going to lose to the burn. But that's alright, the Toxic will build up eventually against this Melodic, but I will probably go down first, which sucks, because that's 2 out on my team and none out on his. So at least get the Venoshock off here, and, you know, it's going to hit decently, but as I said, I said it wrong. I am max special defense, I believe, Drapion, so I may have a little bit of special attack investment, but I don't think I have much. Anyway, so Drapion's down, so as I said, that's 2 out on my team, almost Melodic down, but that thing does have the Recover and can swap out, so I thought, okay, I would like to get rid of this, so I'm going to bring in my shiny Yanmega. Now, this actually has Tinted Lens as its ability, so I thought, awesome, I can make real use of that. So I've actually got specs on this thing now. Unfortunately, I do have, I can't remember the nature's name, but I am minus speed plus special attack. So, you know, a bit of negative and positive together. So I thought, oh, well, that's not bad. I can outspeed this Steelix that he brought in now. I've already got a good hit. Then he's going to Mega Evolve. I'm like, unless he has Protect or something on this Steelix, I am about to I'm about to take this guy out. And so years ago, when I remember reading Tinted Lens, I was like, what a stupid ability, and now I'm like, what an awesome ability. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to try and get it to work with a Noctowl as well, I have from a previous battle. But anyway, I'm able to take that out, so I'm like, yes, okay. So I'm like, don't I? I'm like, you know what, I'm going to stay in, and hopefully he'll miss a Rock Slide or something, and he actually goes for the Tailwind, so I'm like, okay, that is good for him in the future, and I'm hoping this will kill. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, okay, so his plan was to set up the Tailwind and then take me out. So it wasn't a bad idea on his part, but at least I'm able to put this thing, you know, in range that I can take care of it. So he doesn't miss the Rock Slide, and yeah, Yanmega ain't gonna live that, unfortunately. So you know, I'm putting myself in the right position. I got, you know, got one down, and he's got some sitting in areas where it's not going to, you know, they're not on much HP or that. So I should be able to easily take this thing out here. And he goes for the iron head, so I'm like, okay, he obviously didn't have much to hit me with. Though a rock slide would have been a bit better because of stab, but it could miss. And I just went for the discharge because I knew I could hit everything on his team with discharge if he did want to swap out and save the Aerodactyl to later. Because, and I may have already called it Aerodactyly because that is something from my, yeah. Anyway, so Serena comes in. I'm like, okay, so Serena can actually run a lot of different sets, not just move-wise, but stat-wise too. So, drop kick's going to do a lot to me, but I do survive. I do get the attack drop, which doesn't matter because I get the static activation. I'm like, yes, but I am actually a max special attack, special defense, max HP set with a assault vest. So the tailwind's gone now. I will outspeed this thing, and I thought, okay, let's see. The foul play didn't do as much as I wanted, so I'm guessing he's more of a defensive than a offensive. But I thought, well, the moves I have, none of them are very effective. So I went for another one. Unfortunately, this thing has Gooey. I really like the ability Gooey. And yeah, it's going to take me out with a flamethrower. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm down. And I pull through it and I live. I'm like, wow, okay, that max HP, max special defense with an assault vest really worked there. I'm like, okay, awesome. So we got to do another hit. But this time I'm definitely going down to that. So I'm like, yeah, well, Stunfisk. I love Stunfisk's shiny, honestly. So I'm like, okay, in comes Quagsire. Now, I honestly love a lot of these sets. They were really fun, and you will be seeing them appear in just random battles. So anyway, I am going for the Ice Punch. I do outspeed, so I'm going to take him out there. Now, the reason I do outspeed is I actually am a max attack, max speed, scarfed Quagsire. So a lot of people usually wouldn't expect that. I did actually have a guy who I did suggest to on Discord that I'd like to do this team. He said, yeah, get a Quagsire if you can, that'd be cool. And then you have a good wall. Yeah, well, no, that wasn't my plan. So I went for the Ice Punch again, and I took the risk, and it paid off. So I was like, yes, okay, that paralysis worked out there, and I'm able to get a second Ice Punch off, and I can take out the Serena there. So I'm like, woo! Okay, so thank you. A few of these last few Pokemon have got me back into the match. So, you know, he's got two left, and I got 2 left. So we're sitting on even now, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what he's going to do, but I need that little boost in speed, I think, so I can go from where I'm at. And so I bought him my Macargo. It was on the recover, so, you know, I do survive a turn. I could have got a hit off, but it didn't matter too much, in my opinion. It would have made a slight difference, but unfortunately, this Macargo will definitely go down to the Skull, because I'm 4 times weak, and I'm not, what am I? Sashed. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. And so it's going down. Honestly, actually, as well, I never really loved Macargo's shiny, and then after using it a little bit now, I'm like, oh. So don't worry, Macargo does get to do a little bit in the next battle, but also, guys, I actually have a video coming later where he gets to do a bit of work, foreshadowing. Anyway, so back into Quagsire. I'm stuck on Quagsire now. I don't know what this Melodic's got in attack-wise. I was like, okay, so it goes for the Toxic, which actually was his best bet, because I have Water Absorb as my ability, so if he went for the Scald, which I believe would be, he has what, Scald, Toxic, Recover, not sure if he had another move or what it was, so it didn't matter anyway, because he's going to go down to the Toxic here, so I'm like, awesome, I should be able to handle this now with the Quagsire, but we don't know what's going on. So he brings out the Jolteon, I'm like, okay, well it'll outspeed me, even though I'm scarfed, it's going to outspeed me. And then he pulls out the Z move. I'm like, oh gosh, what's he got? Like, I can't even remember off the top of my head what he knows and what he can learn off move tutors. Like, we'll see. And I was like, as the movements as I can tell, he's got the Ghostium Z. So I'm like, okay, this is coming off Shadow Ball. I think it is coming off Shadow Ball. I don't even know if you can learn any other Ghost moves, but that can turn into this anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'm generally bulky Quagsire, and I live it on 49 health. I'm able to get the Earthquake off, and thanks to him having that Z Crystal, he's not going to be sashed either, and I am able to take out that Jolteon to end up winning that one with a very close 1-0, which was really interesting. I love close, exciting battles, and honestly, I only had 2 battles with this team, which were these 2, and they gave me 2 good battles. So next one is against Gods, also off Pimp Knight's chat. I did these literally one after another. I was like, okay, cool. I got 2 battles I'm really happy with to upload. So, you know, sometimes it's harder to get battles. But if you're on my Discord, I guarantee you I'll be looking for more battles soon. So anyway, I'm going to lead off with Stun Fisk this time, and he let off with his Flygon. So I thought Stun Fisk has moves that can generally hit most of his team well. Plus, I was hoping he'd lead off, and I looked at this thing, I thought, please be special attacking. And it was. I was like, awesome. So I did go for Foul Play in case it had a physical move and I could have just lived, but if it did, Earthquake probably would have taken me out anyway. So I'm like, okay, not too bad damage, and he's getting a bit of Life Orb. I don't really want to swap anything in case he changes from Earth Power, though I probably could have swapped in my Yanmega at this stage and been able to avoid a hit. But then again, I don't know how fast he is, and he probably has a Rock move to follow up with against my Yanmega, and because I'm not obviously a perfectly bred Yanmega and my nature's not the best, you know. So unfortunately, Stunfisk is going to go down in this battle, but as I said, don't worry, these Pokemon will all return in battles later because I enjoyed using every single one of these. And yeah, they're just interesting and add to the, you know, the multitude of Pokemon I have to randomly throw in teams when I'm battling people. So I thought, okay, well, time to bring in a Abomasnow. Now, Abomasnow does have max HP, max special attack, and I have Energy Ball, Frost Breath, because sometimes, you know, if someone's boosted their defenses, I can get through that. Blizzard, and can't remember my last one, if it was Hidden Power or something else. But it didn't matter because I was just going for the Frost Breath here, and I'm able to take out that Flygon, obviously. He's on like no health. Unfortunately, though, he did drop a Draco on my head with a Life Orb, so I am pretty stuffed at this stage. So I get a little bit of HP back, but it's not going to matter. So yeah, so he's going to bring in the Golospod here, and I'm like, okay, so I could try and change into something that, you know, Makago could have taken that well, because Makago is actually max defense, max HP, but I thought I don't really want to bring anything in, because then he could outspeed me the next turn, and, you know, Aqua Jet even's going to do a decent amount of damage. I don't have time to set up. So I thought, okay, well, Yanmega, your turn again, so I'm Specs, I should say. And so an Air Slash is definitely going to do a lot of damage to this, if not take it out. So I'm like, oh, well, at least it's going to activate its ability. But, nope, it's down. So I'm like, okay, good. So that threat's gone. So we're sitting really even. It's 2-2. And then he brings in Salazzle. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know the speed of this thing. I don't know the speed of mine in comparison to it. So I really don't want to sack off Yanmega at this point. So I thought, I'm going to bring in Makago here. I'm going to be able to take a hit. He's definitely probably. He's more than likely to go for a 5 move, which he does. And so I'm able to take that pretty darn well. And I'm like, okay, good. So we're going to take a little hail damage. But I thought, okay, well, I'm not sure what he's going to bring in here. But I'm going to take it for a turn now. I expected him to swap, but I wasn't 100% sure. I almost went for the Will-O-Wisp, but I didn't. I thought, just to play it safe in case he stays in, I'm going to go for the Iron Defense, which was stupid anyway, because if he's staying in, he's obviously a special attacker. So, there's that. But anyway, I was like, oh, well, I doubt this is going to be a physical Venusaur, so that sucks. And then he pulls out the Sleep Powder. I'm like, no. I want a Makago to do something more. Because I should explain this set. I actually have Fire Emblem Z on this one because I didn't have a Z move, and it gives me a chance to hit something pretty hard if I need to. And then I have Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, Iron Defense, and Recover. And it's not a set that works everywhere with its multiple weaknesses. Obviously, 4 times weak to water and ground. But if you can get in the right area, and with the Will-O-Wisp and defense boosts, if you can get them up, you can actually work it really well. Excuse me, choking my own saliva. So this thing's starting to recover, and it's behind a sub, and I'm like, please, if we could just wake up and get rid of the sub, I can go from there. So he's doing decent damage. It's going to take him another 2 hits most probably to take me out. So I've got that on my side, and I do wake up and I get the Flamethrower off. I'm like, good, okay, the sub's gone. So now he's in a mindset, does he attack me, does he not, does he swap? Is he, because he hasn't seen all my attacks, he doesn't know I have Recover, and he doesn't know I have Will-O-Wisp, so I could have other moves as well. So Lucky goes for the Giga. Oh my gosh, my words. The Giga Drain. I just live, and I'm going to pop, well, I'm not popping a berry, I'm initiating my Z move, and I, look at that thing, he's so just ready to go. I actually really like this shiny way beyond what I thought I did, to be honest. And so this is just going to demolish the Venusaur. Even if, if he was Assault Vested, maybe could have lived, but it's not going to work at this stage. And so Venusaur is going down there, and Makago got to claim a kill. So I was like, yay! And he brings in his Gardevoir. I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty much dead, so there's no point. I think I went for a cover or fire flamethrower, I can't remember. And he goes for Focus Blast, so that was a little bit of a risky move, could have missed. But then again, yeah, whatever. And so Gardevoir is also Life Orb, so he's going to take a bit recoil. So I thought, oh, this isn't a bad chance to bring in my Drapion and get, start working. So obviously fearing a good poison move, he's going to swap out his Gardevoir and try and save it for later. And I'm like, well, not what I was doing. And I actually went straight for the Snarl, because I thought if I can start dropping special attack a little bit and they stay in, and that does a shit ton to Salazzle. It was still a crit, but wow, that hit hard. And I was like, I know Salazzle's not very defensive, but still. Then he pulls out the Z move, and I was like, please don't be Fire EMZ. And it's not. It's anyway, it's Acid Downpour. So I was like, good, thank you. So this thing definitely won't kill me with this. And after the special attack drop, and I was wondering how much it was actually going to do at that range. And, guys, it did like nothing really. It did around a quarter. So that I was like, oh, I took that a lot better than I thought. And so now I'm able to take that out with a Snarl. So it was only a 2 Snarl hit turn, and Salazzle is down. So I'm like, yay, okay. So now what else have we got to deal with Drapion? I've got the Black Sludge, so I'm going to drop what I need to talk into there. But yeah, so like, okay, well, let's see what I can do to this thing. And he outspeeds me. I'm like, damn. He's going to go for the Brave Bird. I'm like, okay, let's see how hard this hits. What is he? And it just one-shots me. I'm like, damn it, the only bright side is the recoil there, which wasn't even that much. Then he's Moxie. I'm like, shit. Okay. I actually thought about this for a bit. I thought, okay, well, I am definitely faster with the Mega. I may be able to outspeed him, but then I thought Quagsire should be able to take a hit. And I'm not sure, I mean, generally he has decent HP, so I'll see what I can do with an Ice Punch, because it isn't banded, it is scarfed. I do a decent amount, but he does live. I don't get it, and I'm like, oh, damn it. And then I am able to outspeed this turn to get the Ice Punch, so him expecting me, possibly, because he didn't know what I had, using Sucker Punch, he automatically outsped me. So God's there in that mindset was like, oh, okay, so maybe he's going to go for something like a Toxic or that and wear him down. So it was a smart play on him, realistically, because, I mean, how many people run Scarfed Quagsire? But that just paid off there, because I was really worried about that, because if I could not outspeed that with the Mega, that was it. So anyway, he's going to go for the Psychic, and Quagsire is down. So he's sitting about half HP, so realistically, I feel like I could probably live any attack, unless it is Thunderbolt at this stage. So I'm like, okay, it comes down to speed. I do outspeed, and I am Specs, so this Shadow Ball from that range is definitely going to wreck Gardevoir. And I'm able to win this battle as well, 1-0. So I was like, that was awesome, 2 battles, as I said. I had these 2 battles, and I was like, oh, I'm done my battling. Also, guys, if you did enjoy this battle, please do leave, you know what, let's Ice Punch that like button today. But more importantly, also, if you like my new background, this is my December background. I thought, let's get some colours and shapes going, and I found that, and then I thought, oh, luxury balls this month. So only problem is the black background does mix a little bit, but it didn't matter. Also, guys, if you do have any suggestions for theme teams, challenges that you have that you'd like me to achieve, if you are new to these, do go check out the challenges. I'll actually link the challenge playlist so you can check out some of them so you have an idea, because I really want a few more to add to my list. I've got a couple to work on, and as I said, I'm still getting on my feet after the last month of work and craziness, but I promise I'm going to get more stuff out for you guys, and I'm not going to be such a shitty YouTuber, which, I mean, it's not hard to not be a shitty YouTuber. I just have to bring something half decent for a second. But anyway, back to this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.